Welcome everyone to another episode of Brian's Action Figure Reviews. And today we're going to try something a little bit different. I am going to talk about my 10 most wanted action figure lines. This now is a personal wish list of action figure lines that have not happened yet. Now some of them have happened, but in either the wrong scales or companies that I don't really like their stuff, or it's hard to get or really expensive. So some of these that I have chosen will have had or even have figure lines already, but not to my liking. So this is like a personal wish list. So there will be some you may not like. This is an opinion piece. You're welcome to yours. I want to hear your top 10s in the comments below. And yeah, so without further ado, also these are not in order. These are just 10 lines that I would absolutely love to see. So let's get to it. And my first one is a Lord of the Rings 6-inch figure line, preferably made by Hasbro or maybe even Jazzwares or something. At the moment there is a Diamond Select 7-inch line and there is a Loyal Subjects 5-inch line. Neither of those really grabbed me at all. There was, of course, the Toy Biz Lord of the Rings line years ago that was fantastic and still is pretty good, but a modern update to that, to go with like the Hasbro Marvel Legends we have, would be outstanding. I would absolutely love it, and it would probably financially ruin me. So yeah, my first choice will be a Lord of the Rings 6-inch figure line to update the Toy Biz ones from years ago. Again, the diamond ones are fine. They lack a little articulation, and the Loyal Subjects ones, they're in that weird 5-inch scale, and any Loyal Subjects figure I've gotten so far has not been great quality wise, so I don't fancy those either. But yeah, and also I would love if they went beyond like the original trilogy and did the Hobbit figures and did figures from the new Amazon show as well. Love it or hate it, I liked it. But yeah, Lord of the Rings is my first choice. My next choice, some of you may not have heard of this video game, but it's still to this date one of my favorites, and I would love even a remaster of it as well. But I would love to get action figures of Final Fight. Of course, you had Hagar, you had Cody and Guy, and all those little guys. It was a side-scrolling beat 'em up, very similar to Streets of Rage. But yeah, it's the usual like 80s, 90s story. You to save the mayor's daughter from the evil Mr. X, or was that Streets of Rage? I don't know. But anyway, Hagar, who was the mayor, was like a wrestler as well, so you could pick him as well, and you could do the whole spinning lariat thing. Yeah, it was just an awesome game. I think I probably know that first level better than the back of my own hand. But even figures of those main three guys and some of the bosses would be absolutely awesome. So yeah, Final Fight is my next pick. A Tale of Swords and Souls. Yes, my next pick is of course Soul Calibur, or Soul Blade as it was originally known over here in the Ireland and UK area. But yeah, there is going to be a Storm Collectibles Soul Calibur line. I'm not sure what game they're going to be focusing on, but rest assured you will be getting like one figure a year for the next 5 years. But I would love a mainstream video game fighting license even for Street Fighter. Soul Calibur though is one of the ones I absolutely loved. It was like Tekken but with weapons. So the likes of Siegfried, Nightmare, there was loads, Sophitia, Taki, Mitsurugi. Some of those guys would be awesome in action figure scale, 6-inch scale as well. I know Jaded Toys are doing the Street Fighter line. It'd be great if they got some more fighting lines as well. So yeah, Soul Calibur. So this next one is more of a general one. I would love to see what Hasbro could do with a wrestling line. Now recently we've gotten the AEW Jazzwares figures over here, and they just didn't sell very well, and Smiths I think have stopped stocking them, and now we're just back again left with WWE Mattel stuff. So it'd be awesome like if Hasbro took on like maybe New Japan Pro Wrestling or Impact Wrestling or MLW, who have recently gotten their own line as well. Just another wrestling line will be awesome. Even if Hasbro got the Mattel license from WWE, would be awesome. Not that I hate the Mattel ones, I do have a good few, but the scale kind of annoys me. I don't like that 7-inch scale at all. But some of their figures are fantastic, and yeah, so a rival to Mattel's WWE line will be absolutely awesome. AEW would be my main choice for that. Picture the scene. It's 1991, 92. I am a small child walking through my local shopping centre. When I see the GI Joes, all the action forces, all sitting on the pegs, and next to them there's this cheaper one, and it's kind of anime like. The first time I've ever seen this kind of an action figure before, and it's Robotech, and it has some awesome figures. And I know these have been done somewhere before already, but I would love to see a 6-inch line of Robotech to go alongside my GI Joe Classified series, like I had when I was a kid. So yeah, these were like, I think they were like £3 or whatever it was years ago to buy, and I just had them all. There was about 10, 12 of them maybe. I didn't have any of the vehicles, but some of the figures were absolutely amazing, and yeah, I had them up until a couple of months ago. I think I sold my last one off in a bundle, and yeah, so Robotech figures, guys, get on it. And I know I said that these were in no particular order, but this next one has been a want of mine for so long. NECA did these, I'd say, a good 10 years ago now. A full Resident Evil line would be amazing. Like, you've got 8 mainline games now to pick figures from. Even a full lineup of the first, second, and third games, I would be happy with, to be honest. Some of the characters there are excellent. They would make great civilian characters as well for other lines and stuff, like the whole Stars team, Tyrant, Nemesis, all the creatures as well. I think it would just make an amazing 6-inch line, and I would love to see it. Resident Evil. This next pick kind of goes along with the Resident Evil one in that it's really similar, in that it's a game series that hasn't really had a brief line in the past, but since then there hasn't been much. Metal Gear Solid is just waiting for an action figure line. So many games to choose from, so many amazing memories and amazing characters as well that would look fantastic on a shelf. It's just crying out for an action figure line. You've got Solid Snake, you've got Raiden, you've got Vulcan, you've got all the villains as well. All the memorable villains like Sniper Wolf, Psycho Mantis, Liquid Snake himself, Solidus. There's just so much, and there's loads of versions of Snake as well that you could do, which action figure companies love. Variants of the same character, repaints, and yeah, you could do the same for Raiden. You could do loads more. Metal Gear Solid line would be absolutely class. I would buy every single one of the first 3 games. If I'm honest, it's another line that would financially break me. So really, I shouldn't be asking for these lines. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid is my next choice. We're coming down now to the last 3. And this one, Hasbro I think, I'm nearly sure they own the license, and they've kind of started to put bits and pieces out. There's a new Crasher in the new Velocitron series in Legacy this year. I would love to see Hasbro do a full GoBots line, a full cast of the original cartoon. Scooter, Turbo, Leader One, Crasher, Cycle, Copter. Do all of those guys. I'll buy every single one of them. I like a lot of people shit on the GoBots, and that's fair. It wasn't great, but me personally, I had a VHS of GoBots versus the Rock Lords or whatever it was called, and man, I watched that thing hundreds of times as a child. Absolutely loved it. I really liked the Renegades and the GoBots. So yeah, I would buy them all. A GoBots line, definitely. Hasbro could even do it as a sub line on Hasbro Pulse or something. I would still find a way to get it. But yeah, love the GoBots. Do it! Down to the last 2 now. This one has not been touched by any figure line or movies or videos or anything. A Grand Theft Auto figure line would be really cool. Now I imagine it will be tough to do because you've got like actors' likenesses and things like that, voices or whatever it is. Like Tommy Vercetti, you've got, what is it, Fido, she calls him? But you've got the guy from Grand Theft Auto 3, you've got Nico Bellic from Grand Theft Auto 4, and the three guys from Grand Theft Auto 5. I think they would all make awesome action figures and give them a full like line of weapons to go with them as well. And yeah, like Tommy Vercetti in that Hawaiian suit, I would love to get him as an action figure. He will be up in middle of my display. Vice City was one of my favorite games ever. Same for Grand Theft Auto 3, CJ, and all the guys that look like NWA. They all kind of look like them, and they would be awesome to have as well. And of course, you had Officer Tenpenny, who was Samuel L. Jackson. Again, fantastic figures you could make them if Rockstar would ever let go of the license. And another one that Rockstar has, just a little bonus one, would be an awesome line to make, would be Manhunt. And I think anyone who's heard of that game will know there's a bit of controversy there, so maybe they can't do it. I don't know. But Rockstar's been pretty tight with their licenses and who they give them out to and stuff. So maybe that's why there hasn't been action figures. Who knows? And the last one, and probably my most wanted of all of these, there was a brief line maybe 10 years ago or longer ago, Soul Reaver Legacy of Kain, or the whole Legacy of Kain series as a whole. I've tried for so long to get my hands on a Raziel figure that's gone around there for a while. It's gone around a long time now and just seems impossible to get. It was one of my favorite games on PlayStation 2, I'm going to say, PS2, and yeah, like even the original Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, which was on PS1, which was like a top-down Legend of Zelda type RPG. I loved that as well, and figures from that would be amazing. I don't think there's a huge call for it. There still hasn't been a new game in maybe 10 years as well. Crystal Dynamics, I think, own the license now. But like, if they made a new game and then made figures with it as well, that would be just class. I love the whole lore of that game and the vampires and all that type of stuff. I think Raziel would make a fantastic figure with modern articulation and stuff, especially. So yeah, that's been my list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I would like to hear your thoughts on what I said down in the comments, and of course, list your own as well and tell me how crap my ideas are. That would be great. And if you like, after that, if you're feeling generous, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you for more in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've gotten this far, you've been fantastic. See you in the next one. Bye.